Hey y'all, welcome back to the kitchen for another episode of What's Cooking with the Bear. I don't know about where y'all are at, but around here, it's fair and festival season. I used to love going to them. I don't get to go to them much anymore, but my favorite part about going to them was the fair foods. And one of my most favorite foods was the Italian sausages. Something about them, just delicious. Love them. So I come up with a way and a method and everything of making that here at the house, and I think I made it a little better. So let's get over here and we'll get to cooking, show you what I come up with. Alright y'all, this recipe doesn't use the traditional, casing style Italian sausage, but I'll show you why in a little bit. But we're going to start out here. We got 2 pounds of mild Italian ground sausage, and we got some frozen onions and peppers. It's green and red bell peppers and some yellow onion. So I'll start out, get our pan starting to warm up here, and get our sausage into the pan. Now some of y'all might be scoffing, this ain't, it will be. You trust me, just hang out and we'll show you what we're doing here. And I think my version of it's even better than what you get at the fairs. But so, all right, just kind of breaking that up, making it a little easier whenever we go to finish browning it up. So if you haven't guessed yet, it's going to be kind of like a loose meat style sandwich, not patties and not the links. So all right, okay, got that. My hands wiped off here a little bit with our peppers and onions. Cook them together because we want that flavor. We're going to pull out some big chunks here. You can add as much or as little as you want. That'll be good enough for right now. So, all right, I'm gonna throw a lid on here and start getting this browned up. And we'll bring you back when we get to the next step. All right, y'all. This stuff's kind of started sizzling. So we're going to kind of try to break her up some here. Get a little turned here. Yep, she's starting to brown up pretty decent. Yeah, I know the pan's a little full, but it'll cook down. It'll be all right. I've done this a few times, so. All right. Nothing to do but put the lid back on her and let her cook some more. So bring you all back in just a little bit. All right, y'all. The meat's done. I'm sure the peppers and onions are done also. Just gonna go through and bust this up. Nice little small pieces. We're gonna leave the lid off of it now to let them juices cook down and kind of evaporate, and then we'll there's one big chunk right there. We got to get it kind of busted up. Some chunks are okay. You just don't want some big huge things. Okay, now I'll let this cook down and show you the one last thing we need to do before we can make our sandwiches. So y'all hang out and I'll be right back. Alright, y'all. Got most of the moisture, juices, whatever you want to call it, cooked out of there. Still just a little bit left. Now, you can go ahead and make your sandwiches out of this, but I like the full effect, so we're going to add a couple cans of tomato paste. Not marinara, any of that stuff, because we've already got the seasoning from the Italian sausage and the peppers in here. So we're going to let that flavor the tomato. I guess I could have got a little better scooping device, but it is what it is. I use 1 can per pound, so if you're just doing a pound of sausage, you know, 1 can's fine. I find that's a pretty decent ratio. Now I'm going to turn the heat down on my pan here, because we're just wanting that stuff to simmer. So just mix that in. Whoop. Hey now. Alright. Looks like we got most of it all mixed in there. Alright. That looks pretty good to me. Now, with the temperature turned down, we're just going to let this stuff mingle, let the flavors combine, and we'll come back and I'll show you one more little trick, and we'll do our little assembly and taste test. So y'all hang out, I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, time to make our sandwich up. I told y'all I had one more trick up my sleeve to make this just kind of over the top, and here it is. Not any old Italian bread, it's garlic bread. I cooked it up a little earlier, so let's get a chunk of this cut off here. We'll make our sandwich up. So, all right, there's our chunk of Italian bread. Kind of push that down in a little bit and give it some room for our meat. Give me a serving spoon here. And we're just going to pop that right in there. Now y'all won't believe how much that garlic bread just tops off the flavor and adds to this. So let's get some cheese. We'll throw some cheese on there, and then we'll do our taste test. Okay, got our cheese here. Got a good helping of this. Now, sometimes in the past, I have had the broiler fired up, Made this whole loaf up, covered the whole thing with cheese, broiled it, got that cheese good and melty, and then cut it up into smaller sandwiches. But today, this is how we're gonna do it. So let's do our taste test now. All right, y'all, it's time for our taste test. Our awesome sandwich here. So let's take a bite and see how it is. Y'all, I can't explain to y'all how good that is. That crispy, crunchy garlic bread and just the Italian sausage itself. You don't got that, like sometimes in the casing, you got the grease and stuff that drips out and runs down your chin and stuff. This doesn't do that. This is awesome. And the flavor, I think it's 100% better than any fair Italian sausage. So I hope you all think this is going to be a good meal. Hope you're going to try it. I'm going to go here. I'm going to finish eating this sandwich. But hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Like, comment, subscribe. Love y'all. As always, bear appetit.